Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday Vinyasa yoga class live streaming as we do every week. Classes are able to be maintained via donation, so thank you for doing that. There's links in the description for that. And if you don't have cash donation, you can comment, share, like. Subscribing to the YouTube channel is awesome, so please do that if you haven't done so already. And when you have everything you need, a mat, maybe whatever props you use. I don't teach with props typically, but you're welcome to use them if you know how. Grab a sip of water if you're a little dehydrated. And we will begin in standing. So I'm going to adjust that and make sure the charging plug is keeping us going here. All right. All right. So standing form will really help the evenness of all the tissues and joints in the body. So even feet, open toes, long legs and spine, healthy, tall, standing posture. This is something you can develop while practicing yoga, but then also incorporate in your daily life. So you're not slouching throughout the day when you're sitting and standing. You're using the core to support the back. And the more often you do that, the more effortless it feels as you make it a habit. We'll open the shoulders a bit. The chest is open. We can take some deep breath. And we'll continue to fuel the practice with deep breath. Inhale until you're full. And exhale until you're empty. Deep breath. Deep with the inhale. So you expand, you create a little stretch of the ribs. Deep with the exhale, you let go. You bring it all into the core a little bit, supporting the back. And repeat the cycle. You want to create this nice circular rhythm of the breath where one breath flows right into the next. Or if there is a slight pause between the breaths, that's fine. But just make sure that there's a relaxed quality about it. So you're not breathing in and then breathing out. You have a smooth quality of breath. So it could be sort of like up and down, up, very slight pause, down, or just continuous in a circle. As you see fit, continue breathing deep. Let's warm up slowly, rolling the shoulders. Deep breath, loosening up any tension you feel in the neck, shoulders, and upper back. Enjoying increasing the circulation to all those areas. Both directions. Good, and then let's paint the house. Leave the fingers draping down as you lift the arms and draw into the abs. Push through the palms, arms down, fingers down, arms up. And push through the palms, arms down, fingers down, arms up. Let's do a few more. Nice, smooth flow. And then next time arms lift, weave the fingers together and push up through the palms. Set the shoulders and integrate the abs. Bend and extend the arms. Deep breath. And extend the arms and relax the arms. Now take the left hand on the right shoulder, loop the arm back. Make sure you have space for that, of course. And continue this backstroke-like motion. It's a really good way to move gradually and build circulation. The more circulation we have, the less discomfort we feel. When we do things, switch directions. When we do things like plank, side plank, chaturanga, all the favorites of Vinyasa yoga, standing poses as well. Other side. We do a lot of standing poses. We do the warrior ones and twos a lot in Vinyasa yoga. That's a chance to be still while cultivating the heat and the strength. Let's do both directions. And we use alignment to keep the knees healthy as well as all parts of the body. But circulation will keep the body feeling good too. You could have good alignment, but have your knees not feel good just from the pressure on that if your circulation is not good. That's why it's so important to do these warm-ups. Let's do some twisting. Arms lift and twist side to side. Great. Let's go ahead and come on back to center and do half salutes. Lift the arms, draw into the core, touch down. Maybe bend the knees, flat back, stand up. And touch down. Bending the knees, super key, stand on up. Let's do a few more. Touch down, stand up. Touch down, stand up. And hands down, taking our first downward dog. Walk back and lift the hips high. Have the head down. Press forward through the hands. Relax the head. Deep breath. And knees down. Let's roll out the back a few times. And take a little child's pose. Remember, you can always take rest in child. We're not tired yet, so we're not resting for fatigue. We're just resting to remind ourselves to stay calm and relaxed, and that resting is a good thing. It's fine to take a little extra child here and there as we start to build the heat. And having said that, let's come back to the hands and knees. Take an 8-limbed bow. And use the core to lift just the chest. Easy Cobra. Come on down. Lift the chest, lift the hands. And arms back. And come on down. And lift the chest and the legs. Roll the knees in. And then come on down. Use the arms a little bit. Take a Cobra. Keep the elbows a little bent. And release. Bring the hands lower. You can do Cobra again, otherwise take up dog, lift, and stretch through the thighs and the chest. And then draw into the abdominals Keep the back straight and strong, downward dog. Hips high, relaxing the head. Walk or lightly hop on up and take a half lift position and then a full fold. And go ahead and stand on up. Bending the knees helps. Bring the arms up, draw into the abs, and relax the arms. Now go ahead and shift all the weight onto the right foot. Open the arms and the legs. This is the shooting star. And switch sides. Shift all the weight onto the left foot. You can hold on to something if you need. And come back to center. Make the feet a little bit wider. Do a light squat, support with the legs. Keep moving. And if the knees feel good, you can do a low squat, keeping lots of weight in the heels to do the posterior chain more than the knees. Just go to the level that feels good on your joints, legs and back, ankles, etc. And enjoying that nice circulation and blood flow from getting the squats in. Couple more. Very good. Let's go ahead and do a sun salute now. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, plank position. Walk back to the plank. Hover. And inhale, up dog or cobra. And draw into the core. Exhale, downward dog. Sustain. Deep breath. And knees down. Let's go ahead and turn to the side and walk or hop the feet apart. Roll the back, bending the knees, lifting the chest, and then lengthening the legs, rounding the back. Keep that flow going. We'll do this about 5 times or more. Nice smooth breath and flow. Very steady. And when you're ready, come to neutral with the legs and draw into the abdominals. Stand on up and open up the right foot and the arms. Take warrior 2. Make sure the foot and knee is very open. Warrior 2 to warrior lift. Stay here, or if it feels good on your back, reverse warrior. Keep lunging into the right leg. And then take side angle. Back to warrior 2. Round down to runner stretch. Work on lifting the chest. Maybe even hold the knee. Maybe even extending the arms. And then hands down and spin back to pyramid stretch. Bend the left leg once and then the right. Draw into the core. Stand on up and open the left foot all the way. Open the arms. Take warrior 2, keep the knee open, the hip low, the back leg super strong. Warrior lift, abdomen in, reverse warrior, or stay in the first 4. Front knee stays lunging and open, and keep all that form through the side angle. Back to warrior 2, and ground down, glide down. Runner's lunge. Stay with the hands on the ground or lift a little more and maybe even lift and extend the arms a little more. And hands down and spin back to the midline position. Bend the right knee and then the left. Come back to the center. Draw into the abdominals. Stand on up. Slowly walk the feet closer to each other and stand at the top of the mat. Feet still parallel. Take a light chair at first and go a little further if it feels good, and go really deep if you want with weight into the heels and breath. Exhale. Plank pose. Hover Chaturanga. See if you can hold, maybe with your knees on the ground, hug the arms in, and then either take Cobra or up dog. And draw into the core, downward dog. Deep breath. Right foot steps up. Warrior one. Steady the mind and the breathing. Downward dog. Left foot steps up. Back foot down, spreading all the toes. Warrior one. Downward dog. If you like, work into the up dog or just stay in down dog. Take a moment, open the chest, and then integrate the core, push back, downward dog. And walk or hop up, half lift and full fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana, any level that's working for you. Back to standing, Samastitihi. And again, chair pose, plank pose. Right knee down, side plank, left arm up. Left arm windmills and steadies. Come back to plank, top of a push-up, firm the legs, left knee down, right arm up, right arm windmills, steady, and then come back to plank. And take side plank, stacking the legs, firming the top foot as well as the bottom foot, lifting out of that bottom shoulder, keeping the hips up. You can do knee down or kickstand is helpful. And come down to plank, do Chaturanga plank or just skip the push-up. And other side. Lift out of the shoulder, flex the feet, keep the hips up, breathing all the while. And come down and take a push-up and a dog stretch. And you have the option of walking and carefully sitting down. Otherwise, we're going to jump to cross-legged. Use your core so you don't hurt your feet. Land lightly and the legs extend through. Next is V-seat. Lift the knees, keep them bent at first. You can stay like that the whole time, holding the knees, otherwise arms out. You can keep the knees bent the whole time, otherwise make the V-seat, keep the knees and chest high. Low V, make sure there's room to lower behind you. Just look at the toes, you're just hovering off the ground. And then rest all the way down into Shavasana. And take the hands behind the head and take the left elbow to the right knee and the right elbow to the left knee and do that a couple times. By a couple times, I mean about 15 times each side. You can take a break anytime you want to flow smoothly. It's not traditional yoga, but it helps getting the lateral core strong like that. If you suffered in the side plank, then doing stuff like this really helps to take weight off the wrists and shoulders, doing the arm movements. So it helps with somewhat more traditional yoga poses. Come back to knees to chest. If you've studied yoga history, you might know that traditionally all there was meditation poses. No asana. Asana meant comfortable seat. Come on up. Now it means comfortable pose. It's a loose translation. So we'll come back to hands and knees. And that means we want to be stable in our poses. Sometimes the muscles struggle. Extend the right leg and lift, but we should feel like we can sustain it. We're not being injurious. Extend the left arm. Right? We feel stable in our breathing, body, and mind. That's the comfort we're referring to, not pure joy or pure comfort like laying on the couch, but healthy sustainability. Let's switch sides. Continue the breath. Continue that theme of healthy sustainability. Have that left leg extended. It's not lifting, you're not arching the back too much. You're lengthening, just having hip level. Same thing, shoulder level with the right arm. Breathing all the while. And both hands down, both knees down. And again, turn sideways and walk or jump the feet apart. Lengthen out the back. Deep, deep breath. If you like, hold the ankles. And then stand tall, draw into the core, open the right foot, open the arms, turn the back foot up. Next is triangle pose. You can be higher up. Eventually you can hold low if you're opening the body. If your hips are sticking back, chest forward, don't do that. Reach less low, lift more tall. Breathe deeper as we hold. Trikonasana. Very good. Let's come on up and take warrior. Adjust the width if you want a longer stance. That will help you to challenge a little more. Shorter is good if you want more relaxation. Challenge and relaxation are both good things. You should be willing to choose one or the other from day to day, not always sticking to either or, but enjoying the benefits of both, just like you enjoy the benefits of inhale and exhale. And relax the arms and the legs. Relax the foot, turn the back foot in. And then opening up the left foot, spreading all the toes. And taking, we'll do triangle first. Go ahead and take triangle with length in the rib cage, support from your abs. Deep breath. And come on up. And now let's go ahead and take warrior two. Bend the knee deep, but not beyond the ankle, just above the ankle or heel. Very comfortable for the knee. Keep it open so the hips are stretching, all the while breathing. Smooth breathing. And arms and legs relax. Bring the feet a little closer. Open the toes and bend the knees, horse stance. Bend the knees, use the hands to help them widen. Glutes down, abs in, and option to have the arms up. Sit low, breathe. A couple more rounds. Good, and then come on up to standing. Gradually bring the feet together. And feet together. Next is a thigh stretch. So stretch the right thigh. Hold onto the wall if you need. Hug the knees toward each other. Lift the left arm. And if you like, touch the floor or go halfway down. You're keeping the heel against the glute, but lifting the thigh when you touch the floor. Consider a small bend in the standing leg and come up with the core. It's pretty hard. Don't worry if it's not great the first time you try. We'll do both sides. Stretching the thigh, hugging the knees in for more of a stretch, tucking the glutes and integrating the abs. The back has less pressure that way. The thigh stretches more, so all good things.
but you do have to work for it. And then option to touch the floor or stay upright. Come down halfway as an option, touch the floor or block if you have one, have the back thigh lifting, but the heel into the glute. So it's not like a dancer, it's not like a bow. Similar but different. You bend the leg to come up, lift the top arm, relax everything. And go ahead and take a squat position at the top of the mat. And just breathe in the squat. Some students will need to modify. Your knees don't always enjoy the squat. You can do a seated hip opener. We're going to do crow in a moment. You can do crow from standing, kind of lower down into it. Otherwise, we're going to kind of pop up into it. So crow accordingly. You can also just do crow on the tiptoes. You want the knees pretty high. And eventually the feet lift. Otherwise, stay on the tiptoes around the back. Squeeze the core. Push into the fingertips so you don't fall forward. Breathe. Come on back down into the squat. And then or take a jump back, low push-up position, Cobra, or up dog. Or you can just go right to down dog. That's always an option. Deep breath. And let's go ahead and either walk and carefully sit down or jump, maybe jump with the opposite leg crossed. If you can remember, it's not that big a deal if you can't, but it's nice to switch sides subtly. Again, we'll do the V seat again. And low V. And release. Maybe sit up and watch for a second. It's hard to know what's happening without seeing. But we're going to do the reclined crow. So knees into the armpits, hands flex, feet together. If your neck hurts, you can leave the head down. But if you can tuck your chin, and you're squeezing the abs a little more. So this is a good shape to work on if you can't do crow or you want to get better at crow upright. No fear, no pressure on the wrist, but it's very hard on the abs. Shaking is a good thing. Good. Come back to knees to chest. The shaking will help to cleanse the nervous system of stress that you're holding onto deep within your system. So that's a good thing, as long as you don't overdo it. Hold the back of the knees and rock yourself up. Switch back to hands and knees. And again, we'll work on the extended cat. Extending left leg just as high as the hip. Extend the right arm. Stay with your breath. Switch sides. This strengthens the front of the core a little bit, but it really works on the hamstring, glute, and back muscles. So you're getting the posterior core. Also some triceps and the grounded hand. And when you're done with that, let's go ahead and lower all the way down. Take Cobra. Pause for an extra breath or two if that feels good. Nice steady gaze. And come down. Bring the hands even lower and take up dog. Or you can just do plank to down dog. Otherwise, up dog, down dog. Deep, deep breath. And go ahead and walk or hop up. Half lift and then full fold. And again, half lift. Right hand forward, slightly to the right. Lift the left leg and open the hip and open the arm. Half moon. You could just hold the hip or you could just have the leg up with both hands down. Otherwise, the full balance in half moon. It's a good challenge here. Steady the breath. Keep that bottom knee and foot facing forward. And let's go ahead and come down slowly without rushing. Switch the sides. The left hand is to the left. Lift, open the hip. And right arm up, half moon. And come on down. And feet down. Walk back, downward dog. Either stay here or work through the up dog. Back to down dog. Let's go ahead and put the knees down. Take the knees wide. Take a wide-legged child or an extended tortoise and rest. And come back to hands and knees. Take the elbows down. Walk the legs way back. Drop the hips and tuck the tail. And then the Sphinx. Lift and open the chest. Deep, deep breath. And if you like, lengthen the arms. And come on down. And holding the ankles. We'll take bow. If you prefer not to do bow, do locust or sphinx with an option of bending the knees. Otherwise, inhale, lift the bow, and breathe. And exhale, lower. Come on down. Place hands alongside upper shoulders, maybe a little higher and wider. Now we're going to do a held cobra. Now, if your back feels spent, take rest. Otherwise, we'll enjoy a nice held cobra with the shoulders looping back and sternum opening. Tuck. Glutes just a tad, reach back through the legs, roll the knees in, breathing. And come on down. Use the core and lift. Child's pose. Take rest and just relax. Let's do a seated twist now. So if you feel comfortable sitting on the heels, do that. And otherwise, you can sit with your legs out, maybe one leg bent. We're going to twist to the right. And other side. Opening up in the chest, deep, deep breath. And come on back to center. Adjust to having the legs out from under. And let's go ahead and widen the legs. When you take your straddle, if you're newer to flexibility, just open a little bit and then eventually open up more. And we'll take a nice palm tree stretch with the right arm overhead. Opening the chest. If you can touch the foot, that's fine, but you don't want to close down. So only do that if you're really flexible. You bring the arm to the inside, you gradually reach, keep the chest open, and you touch like that. Yeah. Other side, start gradually. Breathing very deep. And if it feels good, go a little bit deeper. Keep the chest open though. Just go to the depth that works for your form and your breath. Come on up. And now let's stretch down the middle slowly and consider using the fingertips at first. And then eventually palms down, maybe elbows down, but don't slouch into it. Lengthen forward through the sternum, kind of roll the shoulders open, or at least keep the trapezius and neck from being too tight. Release through the hips and the spine. Relax your mind with the breath as you hold. And let's go ahead and release from that. Legs together. And sit cross-legged. Hips are nice and relaxed and open now, so we can sit comfortably. Maybe sit on a stack of towels or blankets. Close the eyes. Let's just have a little bit of time for peace and quiet. Soft breath. Good. Let's come back to center. Take right hand down, left arm over, not even trying very hard, just keeping the spine supple. Other side. Nice. Come back to center. Switch which leg is in front. Sometimes it helps to roll the calves out so the knees can feel more comfortable and the hips will open just that bit more. And again, relax the arms, sit tall, and close the eyes for about 5 breaths. Come on back to the body. Let's take the right ear to the right shoulder. Really let that left shoulder sink. Breathe. Other side. Come back to center. And adjust to forward facing position. Roll onto the back, knees to chest. And feet to ground. Let's take a nice bridge pose. Keep the feet parallel. Inhale, roll up to bridge, just a little bit. And exhale, come on down, keeping the feet and the thighs parallel. Now let's come up to bridge. Breathing, hugging the knees in. Really open the chest if it feels good to lift high. Couple more rounds. And come on down. Butterfly stretch, feet together, knees open. Take time to breathe and be steady. And knees lift. Exhale, knees to chest. And take a nice twist. Maybe a basic twist, legs to the left, body twist right. Or you could do eagle or extended leg twist, whatever you like. Keep your shoulders grounded so you can integrate into the mid and upper spine. And enjoy releasing through the low back and the side of the hip. And switch sides. And when you feel nice and even, let's go ahead and take Shavasana. Relax into your deep relaxation pose. Close the eyes, let the breath be soft, and take time to enjoy stillness and silence in the body and deeper inside. Deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Slowly take a knees to chest. Give yourself a well-deserved hug. And thank yourself for practicing. When you're ready, let's come upright. We'll conclude class with a clearing breath and 3 ohms. Sit comfortably, sit tall. Breathe deep. Let's inhale through the nose. And take an open mouth exhale. And then inhaling. Namaste. Thank you for joining. All right, very good, everyone. So again, I run these classes on donation. So donations help me to stream more often and keep it going. So thank you for any amount that you can give, small, large, medium. It's all very much appreciated. And like I said, if you don't have cash, don't worry about it. Share the content. It really helps to get it out there to a lot of people. And I appreciate that much. So give me your comments. And I will be back for more. I'm going to do some short forms. Those won't be live streamed, but those will get posted probably next week. And then I'll do the Thursday live stream and Saturday. So Thursday's Hatha Yoga. Saturday's Vinyasa, which we just did now. And I look forward to seeing you again. All good things. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.